Hey guys, welcome to my second video. I am so excited that you are here joining me. I'm sorry for the glare. I'm in front of near my window, and I think the glare is coming through, even though I did put the shades down. But anyway, I said I was going to commit to providing a weekly video, so here I am. Hope you guys had an amazing week. I know for me it was a very busy week, but very productive, which is wonderful. So today, the topic of discussion is going to be, take a wild guess, handling finances and saving for your kids' future. Now, I know as a single mom or a single parent, sometimes that is not ideal or very difficult to do. Everybody's situation is different, and I get it. But today I'm here to give you useful tips on how to make it easy for yourself, even if it's by saving $1. You'll be surprised at how much $1 can really make for you and your children. So the first thing that I want to discuss is I want to talk about a 529 plan. So what is a 529 plan? So a 529 plan is a college investment account that you can open up for your child. And it can also be opened up really by a family member as well, such as a grandparent, for example, as long as you have the child's social security number. You can open up a 529 through a brokerage firm or company. For example, Fidelity is one of those companies that I use. You have Charles Schwab, you have Empower, Transamerica, Vanguard. There's a whole bunch out there that offer 529 plans. Now, the great thing about opening up a 529 plan is that your child can use it when they graduate college. However, if your child decides not to go to college for numerous reasons, right? Either they got a scholarship, which is every parent's dream, or they decided not to go to college, that money, you can take it for yourself. So that money then belongs to you and you can use it for your retirement. So I highly recommend, you doing this early if possible. The best method of doing this is to do auto draft from your account or from your paycheck to a direct deposit. I think it's the most effective method. It's money you don't see. It goes right into that account and it just stays there. And what they do is that they have a target fund, depending on your child's age, where they will strategize for you and provide you with the best investment for your child. So 529, guys, highly recommend it. And it's never too late to start saving for your child. Another option that I really like is credit unions. So always, look at credit unions in your area and see what they're offering. Some people may have a credit union already associated with their employer. So for example, Delta employees have Delta Credit Union, just as an example. But credit unions normally have really good accounts for children where you can save and get a pretty good interest rate. So I highly recommend you look at some of those products and services in your nearby credit union. Another option that I actually just considered was a CD. So in my nearby credit union, I opened up a CD that's for 3 years. However, I will continue actually expanding that or extending that CD. It's money for my daughter that will be there. It's gaining interest and I'm not touching it. So because I don't need it, I'm going to probably renew it. But it's a great way of also considering a savings for your child or children earlier. Same thing there. That money stays there. That is more also if you get like a bulk of money than as opposed to being able to direct deposit into a CD, which I believe you can't do. However, research that because I'm not a financial expert. So note to you guys, I'm not a financial professional. This is just information that I've been, researching and practices that I've been doing for 10 years now that my daughter's going to be 10. I opened up a 529 for her the day, literally, probably a month after she was born, and have been direct depositing that money ever since. I do recommend if you don't have the need to use your child's child support, definitely take that money and put it into their 529. So for example, with me, I do get support from her father, but normally what I'll do is, depending on what's going on that month, if I don't need that money, then I will put it under and draft it into her 529. Now, of course, it's every month is different. There are some months, because she is in dance in competition, which can be very expensive and have, expenses that creep up sometimes. There are times where I may have to use that money. Sometimes I have to use it for after school program. It varies. Every month is different. There is another savings account that I want to talk about. There's two of them, actually. There's a health savings account that normally is offered through your employer. So if you're on a high deductible plan at your job, meaning let's say your deductible is $5,000, then that means at the hospital, for example, if your child breaks their leg, God forbid, they'll cover the amount after you've met your deductible, right? The insurance company will. It's always good to have an HSA, because that is money that you can use for medical emergencies, but also money that later on you can invest if you decide that you don't want to use that, if you don't need that money for medical purposes. So health savings account, always a good way to go. Another one is a flexible spending account. The caveat to that is that if you don't use the money, you lose it. So I think this year the max is $7,500. I'm in HR. I'll tell you, there's so many times where we get calls and employees are like, well, I'm going to lose the money. I contributed too much. Unfortunately, that's legally mandated. Nothing we can do there. I recommend you calculate what you need for day camp, any dental expenses, whatever you need that money for that qualifies for FSA, and that you don't go above the requirement. So for example, I've already started saving for my daughter's summer camp, and I'm going to be using the FSA for that specifically. So again, going back to the child support that I get, I can take that money and then save it into her 529. Saving for your children and their future is the best gift you can give them. I know we live in a society where we want to give kids as much as possible, especially when we're single parents and we're trying to do it all. We want to buy them things because we feel guilty for whatever reason. But trust me, when they're older and they're graduating high school and they see that they have an option, and they don't have to stress out about that, that's going to be the best gift that you can give them. When they see that as a single parent, you're not stressed out about money, trust me, that is something that they're going to thank you for. The way I view money is keep it simple, save, give, spend, because you do have to have a little fun in life and create memories with your children. But those are my ideas and my suggestions. Of course, if you have any comments, I'm open to your comments below. Please subscribe to my channel, guys, and I will see you in the next video, which I will record hopefully next week, God willing. May God be with you this week, and may you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend wherever you're watching from. Thank you so much for supporting me. Bye now.